Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Javid Jamali. So my name is Khurambek Abduljabarov from BM 105 Group. My chosen company is Samsung Electronics Co. Ltd. So I'm going to talk about the my analysis and how trading associations will is going to affect the international business and the global economy. Well, we're going to talk about the Samsung background, so the introduction. Samsung Electronics is a leading company in the industry, which is the global technology industry, and it produces like smartphones, semiconductors, and home compliance massively, and they trade like semiconductor massively to the and export them to the other companies like Apple and other technology-based companies. And Samsung Electronics is operating like in more than 70 countries, according to the data, open data and resource. So it's still expanding its locations. Impact of trading associations on Samsung. First of all, we're going to talk about the role of the WTO in trade efficiency. What is WTO? That's a World Trade Organization. It's one of the important trading association in the world, especially for the Samsung and other electronic companies, because this company is basically like promotes free and fair trade between countries. They kind of agree to standardized rules and between countries, and they help the procedures make happen smoothly and very easily without like complexing it. So this is the association of Samsung, and this is the this enables like Samsung to like engage in smoother export operations between countries. And the next one is benefits of free trade agreements. So this is called FTA, and there's a FTA between South Korea and United States, also with European countries, European Union significantly. And this is a main association kind of agreement, and this helps like cut down tariffs and trade expenses, and this is also one of the best things like Samsung had done, because it actually helped the Samsung to be more competitive in the abroad, like in the global market. Okay, the next one is impact on business operations. So trading associations, so like basically as I just talked about, like those associations, WTO and FTA, they all have help Samsung to optimize their supply chain. Because they move internationally, they help Samsung move like internationally and go abroad, and they help Samsung to maintain competitive like level in the market. And we're going to talk about the impact of trading barriers on Samsung. So even though the company is big, they have like face like some challenge and barriers when it comes to international trade. So the first off is the tariff. For example, when the tariffs is set very high, like very high portions, then there's gonna be an extra like you have to pay extra portions and to the government just to enter the market. So this is the main barrier for all the companies, not only Samsung, but this includes some Samsung company as well. So that's why I listed as a barrier. and the next one is export control limit access. So this is also the main barrier for Samsung, because for example when they limit the export, um, the type of electronics, semiconductors, they when they limit them, so you have to decide the other the places, like they just decide where the Samsung company sells their product and where to export. So this limits basically reduce profit margins very sharply. So and the regulatory compliance cost. This is kind of a legal restrictions, like for example, legal regulations such as General Data Protection Regulations (GDPR) and various like antitrust laws. They all make the exports and imports very complex. They it also affects the customs costs as well. As I list, like um, those tariffs, and also some international barriers like customs. And I'm going to talk about trading association and trading barriers, though they have like both positive roles and negative roles. Like, so basically trading association is the positive, because they help and facilitate like international trade move very smoothly and enhance the cooperation between those companies in the international, like in different countries. So for example, Samsung actually diversify its locations to the countries such as Vietnam, India, and the United States, because in India there's a cheap workforce, because in India there's like salaries is lower than in the United States, and that's why Samsung can use the whole like a lot of people for um, and they save like a lot of money. So yeah. Okay, and negative roles of trade barriers. So yeah, basically the barrier is a negative. So they impose restrictions to the company, especially Samsung, and because they Samsung is not only a kind of a smartphones companies or semiconductor chips, but also they produce like TVs and home appliance and other stuffs. Um, but if they restrict like those specific electronics and they set a tariff, then these kind of trade barriers is gonna be more challenging to them. All right, so the last one is the evaluation and conclusion. So finally, um, trading associations have more significant positive impact because they help and they support Samsung companies, not only Samsung but other companies as well, to go international and to go global. And and the trade barriers is one of the worst thing, because like they they may have a bad and negative effects on the international business, because um, as I explained it, they can reduce the profit margins, and also for example, if you cannot operate in other companies, then in other those companies with like high unemployment, they can stay like that. But if you can trade out internationally, then you'll go there, and for example in India, and you'll create like new job opportunities. And this is also the best thing. So that's why there should be like trade associations and trading associations, and you'll have to sort out the trade barriers. But something's doing well so far. And the SWOT analysis and the CITL analysis, they're all on my report. I have analyzed them with SWOT and other analysis types. So um, thank you so much. And for reference, I have used Alpha Bridge, B Strategy Hub, and I've like read a couple of research and articles in order to make those reports and presentation. And thank you so much for your time, um, and that's it. Yeah, thank you.